Welcome to my life. Well, not my whole life. I've got friends and family and hobbies and things like that, but in regards to my life in terms of work, I pretty much do this every day. What's up? My name's Andrew. You can call me Pooch, and I'd like to welcome you to the Less Lonely channel. I'm really glad you're here because today I've got a little bit of a problem. Just something to get off my chest. Look at that little EOS R go. Man, still viable in 2021. Pretty much what happens is that like every other week I get this box full of shoes. This is a crazy shoe. It's called the Uncles. I think it's a skateboarder. Wild. Currently uploading the photos I just took. So I'm going off script a little bit here because I've always been bothered by a large group of people just doing the same thing. For whatever reason, I try to avoid doing that. Now, I've been shooting YouTube videos for about 2.5 years now, and if you've been with me since the very beginning, you've noticed that my content's changed drastically. I used to focus on like philosophical ideas and thoughts about loneliness and what it was like to live as a human being. And the channel was built on vlogs to start. But over the past 6 months, things have shifted drastically. Now, I think for me, like in life, personally, one of the worst things that I could be is disingenuous. With that comes spreading information that isn't helpful. It's not being true to myself. Those are big deals to me. And one thing I've been wrestling with just as a creative person is what kind of content do I want to make? Specifically though, like focusing in on the niche of photography and videography. Nowadays, it's as easy as simply like having a phone in your hand that makes you a photographer, it feels like. And for some people that can be encouraging, and for others it can be incredibly frustrating. I think the thing that's been most challenging is this idea of there's nothing new under the sun. So if the niche that I want to create in has already been taken up by people who are farther along and more talented than me, why do I feel the need to add to the noise? And the more I go down this rabbit hole thinking about that, the less I get inspired to create. So it's like I've kind of forgotten in a lot of ways why I do what I want to do. And so what I'm learning is that it's really easy for me to become uninspired and really not want to do anything when it comes to creativity. Making videos, shooting photos, it just gets all jumbled up in here. But here's the thing, if I'm living life based off of the idea that there is nothing new under the sun, then why ever create? Why would you create? Why do anything, really? I don't think it's always easy to justify why we do something. But I think there's a couple things to keep in mind that at least help me think through why I'm doing what I'm doing. I think the first thing is remembering who it's for. I create for myself first. I don't create for views, likes, comments, subscriptions, none of that. The second thing that helps me is creating what I want to create. They say the way to find success on the internet is to post about what's relevant. What are people talking about? And that's a really good growth strategy. But if you're just following the trends, what's the point? It's important to create what you want to create. If you want to shoot a movie, if you want to make a short story, if you want to do a gear review, if you want to do a travel video, do those things because you want to. And I'd say the very last thing that helps me kind of stay connected to what I'm creating and why I want to be creating is this, that I create when I want to create. You see, I feel the pressure to grow. You've got to post every day. You've got to post to YouTube 2 to 3 times a week. You've got to post at the right times. You've got to keep going. You've got to keep making. If we're looking at it from a strictly business perspective, you better do it because that's how you do find success. But if you're trying to also maintain the desire to create and the desire to do what you want to do, you got to do it at your own pace. There's no sense of getting burned out for a couple more subscribers, a couple more views, if it changes what you love into a chore. So back to the original thought of why add noise to an already crowded market? Because I enjoy it. It's because I literally do it every day. And I'd say that if you're a creative person out there and you're wrestling with the idea that the thing that you do every day or the thing that you love to do is already super saturated, I don't know if I'd worry about that too much. Look, I get it. It can feel weird, it can feel scary, and it can feel like you really aren't adding anything to the conversation. But if you're truly passionate about it, if you truly care about what you're making, you'll make a difference. That's all I had to say today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping me feel a little bit less lonely. If you want to feel less lonely, come join me. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.